Risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 230. Don't look at me in that tone of voice, because I am your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. I never slur my words. And to my right is the current reigning and defending, undisputed, and Mr. Scholar in the Bank, Scholar Tarek. How did I do this time?
I'm going to give it a B+.
Why does this one going to get a B+?
Because, like yourself, you are a B+ player.
Okay, now you're just being mean.
Well,
that's not the way a champ behaves. That's just mean.
Oh, well, you may think that's how a champion should not behave, but I should know. For how long I've been holding this beautiful title, I know exactly what it means to present myself and act like a champion. And
in that order. You heard it here first. Scholar Tarek likes to present himself
as the face of Scholars of Wrestling, as the reigning, defending, undisputed,
despite the fact that you are clearly being disputed,
heavyweight champion.
Put that
you can't
down.
Dispute me because
I did. I am. I continue to.
I am the undisputed scholar of the Scholars of Wrestling. The one true scholar.
Like a great American once said, you keep using this word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I don't care if that's how you're trying to pull a Princess Bride quote on me. Speaking of which, are you going to go see Once Upon a Deadpool?
I possibly will. If for no other reason than just the way they're pulling it off. But that's beside the point.
I'm not going for the movie. I'm just going for Fred Savage and Deadpool. That's pretty much the only reason to see it.
So are a lot of people seeing it. But you know what? Before we get to all that, Scholar Tarek, we have another WWE pay-per-view on the horizon.
Not just another WWE pay-per-view, the final WWE pay-per-view of 2018.
Yes, we've got WWE TLC, and believe it or not, this one took me by surprise. It's actually shaping up to be a pretty interesting card.
It's one hell of a big card. I mean, 12 matches. Damn.
Yeah.
I think that's the same number of matches for Mania, or at least one of the big five.
Yeah, it's getting up there. So, you know what? Let's just dive right in. This is WWE TLC 2018, kicking things off with a Cruiserweight Championship match, Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. Champ, who do you got?
I got Buddy Murphy successfully retaining the Cruiserweight Championship. From what I have read about 205 Live, he has Tony Nese in his corner, which some are rumoring that that's going to be the Cruiserweight Championship for WrestleMania. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese.
Interesting.
And being a guy who spent most of Cedric Alexander's title reign predicting against him to lose the belt, why would I predict him to retain the belt? Especially when you have someone like Buddy Murphy holding this thing.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it that far. I'm just thinking, you know what?
Well, of course you're not thinking that far. It was my predictions on it. So you can't be thinking about what my predictions are going to be.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having that similar mindset to reach a similar conclusion. Although, however, my conclusions are the same.
But of
this
course
is
you would want
absolutely
to think,
going to be...
You would want to think of how the champion thinks. I mean,
oh, don't even get me started. The night is still young. I'm talking about Buddy Murphy retaining just because it seems like this is just a return match. If he's going to lose the title, it's got to be in a much more involved feud. Even though a lot of people are starting to come out of the woodwork and look very promising, the time is not yet now. So Buddy Murphy absolutely retains. Moving on, we've got Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton in a match I feel like we've seen many times before.
Except this is the chairs match of TLC.
Oh.
Of tables, ladders, and chairs.
Well, pardon my grits.
Well, you're presenting each match. You got to put the stipulations on as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just checked out as soon as they said Randy Orton. I'm glad
I'm guessing where your prediction is lying on this one.
Not necessarily. I just don't care for Randy Orton much these days. He's just been, even when he does something cool, he just feels very stale, if that makes sense.
I understand that.
But even so, yeah, I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio on this one. I'm not feeling Randy Orton on multiple levels here. I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio.
I'm going the opposite route. I am going to go with Randall Keith Orton taking the victory on this one. When I was running down the predictions on this card, I was trying to think who would get the most benefit of winning these matches, and it's actually kind of funny because a few of them, no man really would benefit from winning. But with the big rumor going around of who Randy Orton is going to face at WrestleMania this year, AJ Styles, I would say he would be the one taking the victory on this one. So I'm going to pick Randy Orton.
Interesting.
He's the one that's, once he's done with Ray, he's going to turn his focus onto AJ Styles after. I guess that kind of throws my prediction for the WWE title match later, but also maybe not.
Dun dun dun.
There's two different ways that match can go.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, we're moving on to our next match. We've got Natalya versus Ruby Riott. For this one, I'm going to go with Natalya. I don't think that this is going to be a very long feud.
Actually, I think this is actually the closing match to the feud. And it's a tables match.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. For some reason, I gotta follow my gut again on this one.
Is it following your gut, or are you following your heart?
Gut heart.
Gut heart. Okay.
Heart or heart gut, since Natalya, whatever. Anyway,
aha! I see what you did there.
You might even call it a half-hearted pun.
You killed it.
Yes. Damn right, I killed it.
You stabbed it right in the heart.
That's what the kids say, killing it. That's what the kids are into these days, killing things. Anyway, I'm going with Natalya just because I don't want to see this thing keep going on. It feels like it's just coming to a head very soon. Natalya wins.
See, unlike you and Brian, I actually am kind of invested in this match. I actually liked the go home angle that they had on Monday Night Raw. Although it is kind of funny hearing Natalya say, "You tried to destroy my dad's legacy by breaking his sunglasses." Really thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, you could have worded that a little different. Yeah. You went against my dad's legacy by breaking his sunglasses. Something like that.
You embarrassed my father's legacy. You tarnished it.
That's the same thing as what she said. I'm just saying you attacked it by breaking his sunglasses, and I felt like even Ruby kind of presenting the table that has Jim the Anvil Neidhart's picture on it, which as soon as they brought the table, I'm like, they're gonna have a picture on him on that table, aren't they? And
yep.
I thought it was just gonna be his face, but the fact that it was his entire body, I was like, oh, well, I was partially right. And whatever she said didn't really work for me. I felt like she could at least says like, once I drive you through this table, not only will your dad's legacy be crushed, but you will be the one crushing it, or something like that. Add a little more oomph to what she was saying. But I actually am kind of invested. I like that I like throughout the time they actually have been building layers to this feud, and this seems like the final match of this feud, because really, where more can they go? But yeah, I'm also going to go with Natalya on this one. Since this is the end of the feud, she's got to redeem herself. She's fighting for her dad. I know Vince McMahon likes to get heat, but I feel like this is going to be the happy ending that Natalya has, at least for the ending of this year, since they even have it on Total Divas, her connection with her dad. So people who watch Total Divas actually can get a connection to this feud. Yeah, I cannot believe I actually brought Total Divas on as a positive thing to talk about.
Well, considering we are putting in our predictions, it does absolutely feed it to the plausibility of the result of this match. So, in this particular case, you're not wrong.
Okay.
There's a time and a place for everything, including reality shows. This is one of those.
It depends on what reality show. I mean, it's not Joe Schmo show level of awesomeness.
Well, very few things in its life are.
I'm still the only person who would go out of his way to try and meet Matt Kennedy Gould.
Give us a like if you remember Matt Kennedy Gould, America. Moving on to, speaking of entertaining TV shows, we have the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge. Yes, this is still going on. Between the Fabulous Truth, the team of R-Truth and Carmella, and Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox for some reason.
Or as they call it, Mahalisha.
Mahalisha. I'm not calling it that anymore. So, yeah. I did not expect to see this on a pay-per-view in this format, but here we are. Who do you got?
Here's the thing. I actually like the fact that they're actually throwing the number 30 spot for the Royal Rumble in this.
Yeah.
Now, if they actually did something with the original lineup of the Mixed Match Challenge, but some of them are out because of injury or illness, or just switched just because. It's actually funny. This one was kind of difficult for me because all I was thinking about was like, who do I want to see as the number 30 for either Royal Rumble? And at first, I was actually going to pick Mahal Alicia because I'm just like, okay, the man was a former WWE champion. It's as much as he's pretty much resented to nothing now. He was WWE champion this year, and it would make sense for a former champion to at least be number 30. But then there's also the fact that not only will they get the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble, they get a prize to go anywhere they want, a vacation, wherever they want to go. And I'm just like, they're not going to give that to Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. They're going to give that to Vince McMahon's best friend, R-Truth, and Carmella. And it's also, I'm picking R-Truth and Carmella mainly because I want to see R-Truth try and come out as number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble.
I had the same exact thought. Like, the more I think about this, the more comedic gold they can get from R-Truth and Carmella. They can show up at number 30 in each other's Royal Rumbles.
No, just R-Truth. Just R-Truth, and Carmella has to be the one that's like...
It's a possibility.
She's not an idiot, though. She's not being presented as an idiot.
Very true, but the point I'm making is that there's so many other things that they can do with that, including that when they've got a vacation, they can do like segments for the next few weeks of Raw or SmackDown. There's so much things you can do with that, and it's going to be awesome.
We're getting a dance break in each match.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? Have R-Truth try and come in the Women's Royal Rumble. She's telling them she's not in this, and then all of a sudden they just stop, look around, and just yell dance break and do the stupid floss dance.
And that's why they're going to win.
You know, I wouldn't be so mad. I wouldn't be so mad at the dance break. Faces. I wouldn't be so mad at the dance break if they didn't do the floss dance. I don't like that dance at all. It looks dumb.
Well, it is dumb.
It is dumb. There have been dumber dances that we've grown up with, the Macarena.
Yeah, given that we grew up with the Macarena, I for one am not going to complain about the
floss.
But
the difference between the floss dance and the Macarena is the Macarena is still around after 20 years. I see the floss dance just being a fad, like the dabbing. Who dabs anymore? If you dab, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you.
I'm not dabbing. Do you see me dabbing?
I'll just say right now, if you dab, you're never going to get a one-on-one title match with me.
I'll tell you what, the only way I would
WrestleMania
Are you gonna let me finish?
WrestleMania is the only slide because it has to be it has to be you, me, and Brian.
I'll tell you what, the only time I ever see my